My mother had a nice soprano voice, and she was a member of several singing groups in Norwich. Arthur, her brother, Arthur Cook, he used to sing as well. And my earliest recollections as a child when I lived above the piano shop were them both singing. Either of them could burst into song just like that. And there'd be my grandfather on his Bechstein Grand practicing various pieces, but he never played them right through. But it was, yeah, there was people singing and piano playing. And I used to have lunch with my family in St Benedict Street in the piano shop. Well, it was above the piano shop. And I just happened to say to my uncle, Arthur Cook, one day, "You're not selling any guitars or amplifiers or anything like that seem to be everywhere at the moment." And so he said, "That's right, we're not. Maybe we should open a shop." I said, "Yes, I'll come and I'll do it for you." So 9 months after that conversation, came back to Norwich, and I said, "Well, I suppose I'm as ready as I'm gonna be. Let's have a go." And he gave me a small amount of money to get started, and premises in St Margaret Street, which we rented from the council. And off we went. I'm Brian Morrison, and I started Cook's Band Instruments in early '65. St Margaret Street premises were pretty much derelict, really, if I have to be honest about it. I mean, they didn't have a toilet even. That's why I couldn't really employ anybody. I used to have to go to the garage across the road to use their toilet. And that's how I met my wife. She was working at Holden Motors, and I used to have to go across there. It was a very slow start. Very few people came into the shop, so I had to go and find some customers. So in the evenings, I used to go to the band practices, wherever I could find bands gigging and practicing, take some equipment along for them to try. And that seemed to go down very well. And actually made enough money in the first 3 years to buy the premises that we're in now outright. You can't do that these days, I don't think. And so we had much bigger premises in St Benedict Street. We hit the ground running. It was good. We were busy right from the off. Even though the stock that we had was just from St Margaret Street, we were able to, it displayed a lot nicer in there. So, yeah, off we went. And then we built some extensions on the back of it, because it is, as you can see, it's an old pub. It's the old Prince of Wales pub. It had a nice big club room upstairs, which we converted into a disco department initially. Then it became a drum department, and then we just kept building on the back as far as we could go. I was very happy that Matthew had taken the interest that he had right from word go. When he was only about 14, he used to cycle to the shop straight from school and come along and help. He was very willing and soaked up the information like blotting paper. He was good, and he still is. You know, he's running it, isn't he?
I took an interest at a very early age in what my father did for a living. I helped out around the store after school. I helped here as a Saturday worker. And I was just attracted to the industry. I liked the people around it, I liked the vibe. I liked just every last little detail about it, and that was the draw. Music's the little thing in your life that just warms you. When you need something to turn to to pick you up, music's there. It's like a best mate or a friend. It can be inspirational when you need that little bit of help. It can be something to calm you down when you need a bit of relaxation. Music is the little heart and soul that keeps you going. And that's why I think music's very, very important. And I think it's very, very important for people to have music in their lives. I think in all honesty, the most outstanding thing about what we do here is the fact that we see something through from start to finish. We source the equipment, we prepare the equipment for sale, we sell the equipment, we look after the equipment after we've sold it, and we see the customer back year on year on year. We are real people in a real store who really care. I have customers who've been in here for 3-4 decades and are in on a routine basis. That's the most outstanding thing. Well, the Cook's line has run music stores since 1887, and succession is always something that's interesting for us to discuss. I have a daughter, she's currently 17, she's going through sixth form, and then she'll be on to university. Who knows, she could be here in the future.